What did I tell you? Why are we so surprised? Please. I am so over this. This is exactly why I'm here. Because it's like, oh, we'll just keep talking. Oh, now somebody finally said it came out of the bag. Twitter, right? Shadow ban is a thing. Oh, really? It's like we got nothing better to do. Nothing better to talk about. That they got us on this treadmill where we just got to have things to talk about. So they're pulling shit out every day. Come on now. Welcome back to the Olga S Pérez show. I'm your host, Olga. And how you doing? If you're new to my channel, awesome to have you. Stick around. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. You are the reason I'm here. So, I got a lot to go down or over or share with you guys. And you never know, right? Because while we're live, you guys are part of this show. So I might have one thing ready and then you guys could flip it. That's why it's so important to you guys and that we connect live. But of course, if you watch the replay, your comments are my fuel. Keep them coming, both in live chat, replay. They are my fuel. I do read them. I will respond. Smash that like button if at least you got a smile out of this. Come on now. Helps the algorithm. Helps us connect with more people that really want to connect with us. You know what I mean? Like it. Subscribe. Make sure you hit that all notification bell. I'm telling you. Even that doesn't cover like that you're... Because my lives, I don't get the notification for my other channel until the next day. You know what I mean? And not even like an hour later, 2 hours later, maybe. No, like at least 15 hours, sometimes 20 hours. So, like, subscribe, share. Sharing is caring. And before I get started, you know, I got to do my little disclaimer. Plus, it gives you a second to, I don't know, whether you're driving or whatever you're doing. Let's get the party started. Viewers' discretion and audio listeners on the podcast. Adult content coming ahead. Hey, welcome back. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about, obviously, Twitter, Elon Musk. Tucker did a little piece. I'm going to share a little bit of that subject from a tweet from Barry Weiss about the whole situation. I mean, I don't understand why everyone's like sitting around like everyone's going off about this. Look, more files. It's like they're feeding us a bottle. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, at 2 p.m. we got to feed the baby, right? And every 3 hours we got to feed the baby. Do you feel me? This is what I'm feeling. And I'm going, when I'm talking, I don't want to just regurgitate the news that everybody else is seeing. That's the whole point of this channel. It's like, okay, not your usual commentary. It's, okay, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to accomplish by sharing this information? That's where I'm going with this. Let's have a real conversation. You know what I mean? Not like, did you see this? Did you read that? Please. Of course, I'm going to share a couple posts on TruthSocial that Trump had mentioned that I saw just this morning. I do my little morning routine. Did you guys see Tyson James reached out to me, wanted me to do a reaction video to his Balenciaga, Everybody Balenciaga song, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it today. I want you guys to choose. Let me know in the live chat. I probably should have put a poll there. It would be totally awesome if Tyson James is watching this and joins the live. Now, if Tyson James joins the live today, no questions, I'm doing it. But if not, I like the guy a lot. I do follow him. I do like him a lot. And it was super cool that he answered my little poll question on the community post on like what if the two artists that I was giving you guys last Wednesday, if there's somebody else, like make sure that you give me the artist and the song in the comments. And he did. I think it was yesterday he did it. Could be the day before. Nah, I get my cables cables crossed sometimes. And then I wanted to go through this hashtag that I'm curious to see if you guys have been down this rabbit hole on Twitter. And depending on how much time we have, there's something I want to talk about. The 3 biggest money secrets most rich people won't tell you. You know, I always like to share helpful things. You know what I'm saying, guys? So if I don't go into that in specific, I'll definitely leave a link in the description below. And your support means everything. Thank you for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Now I got to get to at least 10,000. I mean, really. But honestly, I can't wait another 6 months to get, the 10,000. What is this? Shadow banning. Oh, how appropriate conversation. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, like not everybody loves me. But nobody knows I exist. I mean, you guys do. But you see what I mean? At least show me. Show me. Put me out there and show me. I had this conversation with YouTube. And then I know people have direct contacts with Google, connections and whatnot. And then they're saying, no, we don't favor. It's all about the algorithm. Like, this was just like, I don't know, maybe Monday. And of course, just when I'm up their ass going, I'm tired of your lies and bullshit. And I go at them. I go at them, whether it's in the live chat and whatnot. I go at them. I'm like, you get paid to just say whatever. You're probably working from home. You know what I mean? And you get paid to just regurgitate. What are you doing? You're supposed to be helping me here. And all you're telling me is what? Oh, man, but no, well, it's the algorithm. Really? Well, look at the analytics. I'm getting engagement. People are positive. I'm not doing anything bad. Or you know what I'm saying? Illegal or against community guidelines. And obviously when I do, which, hello, I still have a video banned for misinformation. And I'm looking at it and it's not misinformation. But it's about the jab and somebody's experience with it. It's a true story. That's not misinformation. I love how they talked about that from the get-go. Yes, when somebody was saying, I'm not even trying to talk about Trump. Okay, not in this one. But when people were saying crazy shit like, swallow bleach and this and that to get rid of, crotch 19, I mean, anybody with 2 brain cells, and I'm sorry to say, but if you're that dumb, that's another story. But they took that. Crazy people putting crazy shit for the few that might believe it or listen to it or read it. And then they, total abuse. And again, how about the FBI guy that Twitter hired for this whole thing too? Oh, I'm not surprised. Why are we acting like it's I don't know. All governments are corrupt. Ours is super corrupt because we choose not to believe it. That's what frustrates me. That even in my own circle, I'm having issues every day because you know what? They don't want to take the time to connect the dots. And I understand psychologically there's a barrier. I understand. I mean, it's like some kids when you tell them that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Or maybe the tooth fairy. I mean, we see this all the time. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I've lost friendships for telling people that their partner was cheating. Especially because they were putting me and using me as a cover-up. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, you leave me out of it. And then guess who gets killed or burned? Me. We'll take that back. When they say the messenger gets killed, it's like, I'm not even the messenger. They were using me to cover it up. I find out. Horrible. So yeah. So let's see. And how you doing? And again, I'm still not seeing in the live chat, like, are you guys in your car? Are you at your house? Like, where are you when you're in the live chat, or like right now, today? And do you predominantly use your cell phone? I've asked that a couple times, but I don't think I'm getting enough answers. Maybe I should put another poll just to answer that question. Let's see who's with me already in the live. For all of you that have been supporting me in every way, whether you like, subscribe, whether you've donated, whether you've bought me a coffee, you can buy me a coffee. That's a way to support me. The link is in the description below. And I'm on Locals, which I'm going to go right after this. And that's where I'm going to get a little crazier in the sense that get ready. Because I really want to have real conversations without being censored. And, you know what I mean. It's like, I want to show you. I want to give you a sneak peek. I want to do things that I don't want to go down this one road where some stuff might get lost in the sauce kind of thing. So join me at Locals. Supports my work, supports my channel. It helps me. Yeah, I'm looking to, hire an editor. So I need help. So your help means everything. And yeah, thanks to you guys, I just became monetized? Did you see that? Do you guys see that? Let's see who's with me today. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for all your help and all your support. Most of all, when you show up. And if you're watching this and you don't know what to say, just leave an emoji. You know how I feel about emojis. They can mean 1,000 words. So let's see who's with me. True dat. Drew dat underground. Who dat? I love that. Emoji with hearts in the eyes. Hey, Knees Joe. Ole ole exclamation. How everyone doing today? That's a good one. I like that. Hello, AC Nelson. What's this? AC Nelson. Bom dia, Olga, exclamation. Como vie, como vie, señora? A señora? Is that what you mean? Like, how am I doing? Yo, the mahalo is definitely the mahalo, but then I also had to look it up because it kept bugging me. I'm like, am I missing it? I know it means something else. YOLO. So my question to you, AC Nelson, when you do that, when you put that emoji of the mahalo that I'm, mostly, do you also mean YOLO or do you mean specifically one or the other? Like, what do you mean, AC Nelson, when you use that emoji? That's my question. Mindy, welcome. Welcome, Mindy Beth. Love your emojis. Thank you. I wonder if you heard me when I was saying that or you just did it because you already knew. Emoji with a kiss, wink, 3, was it swishing hearts? Oh, I love that stuff. I could feel it. And the little fist pump. Like handshake fist pump, not the other one. Because I don't know what they call the one that's like this. What do they call that one? This is the fist pump. What do they call this one? I can look it up. So, what do you guys think about the Twitters? See, if you're just somebody on Twitter, you should be equally upset. Like, say you don't have your own channel, you're not doing your own thing. You should be equally upset that, not just upset. See, my thing is, I don't want to talk about this to piss anybody off. I'm not pissed off. I'm just over it. Of what are we go? Oh, newsflash. No, it's not a newsflash. No, it's not a newsflash. We all got to get together because nothing's going to change until we get together. Talking about it is one way, to create awareness. Okay, the awareness is there, don't you think? Now, let's hold these people accountable. Now, let's totally bombard them in their comments, on their social media and whatnot. You know what I mean? Let's give it to them. Like, hey, now what? Like TikTok. Remember Trump wanted to ban it. I don't blame him. I didn't see anything. Has it improved our society? Stop. And then I'm still hearing those conversation like, do you think the left is going to finally ban it? Do you think the right is going to ban it? How do you guys feel? What do you think I always say? Why do you think I always say it's not the left, it's not the right? And again, we're all the life coaches and people in my genre. We're all these coaches and these self-help gurus. They're all out there saying the same thing as always. Totally deaf or cut off from reality. Yeah, let's just keep saying we can help you, we can change your life. Really? How many of them are saying, get together, help each other? Oh no, we're gonna teach you how to deal with the recession. Really? Or are you gonna take some more of their money? Mm-mm. No. Or preachers out there using the Bible, making all this money, not sharing it, not giving it, not protecting. Oh, everyone's bought and sold. God, will the real people rise up? Will the good people? I believe in humanity. I believe in goodness and love. And again, see, these are things that I keep myself at bay over here just because some people can't handle it. It's not even whether I have anything to say that's illegal or against community guidelines. But seriously, the darkness out there, that's what I uncover on Locals. You got to come and join me. I'm telling you. So, let's see what Tucker has to say first, or how he says it. Let's see. You see this? All right, my loves. Rewind a little bit.
Now being exposed by Elon Musk, who just bought the company. So first, Musk last week gave a trove of documents to Matt Taibbi of Substack and now to Barry Weiss.
Mm-hmm.
Weiss is unpacking all of this right now live on Twitter in a Twitter thread. What she has revealed so far confirms what many suspected but none knew for certain, which is that Twitter routinely censored prominent critics of the Biden administration, did so in secret without telling anyone, and with no factual justification whatsoever. This is known as shadow banning. Twitter did it all the time. Now, publicly, they denied doing it. People who were being shadow banned suspected something was up, but they didn't know. Now, officially, Twitter's chief legal officer, chief censor at Twitter, Vijaya Gadde, a woman who was rewarded by the Biden administration for her work on their behalf, said that, quote, "We do not shadow ban, and we certainly don't shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideologies." That's what she said. That was a lie. And the documents that Barry Weiss is posting right now, including screenshots of Twitter's internal censorship tools, prove that it was a lie. One of Twitter's targets for shadow banning was a Stanford professor, a physician PhD called Jay Bhattacharya, one of the most impressive people in American medicine, someone we've had on this show many, many times. There was no justification for censoring Jay Bhattacharya, except he was one of the authors of the Great Barrington Declaration, which very early in the so-called pandemic infuriated our country's public health establishment, including Tony Fauci, by opposing COVID lockdowns. Jay Bhattacharya has spent his career studying the health effects of various policies on vulnerable populations. So he knew that COVID lockdowns would harm children, and he said so. That has turned out to be true. But Twitter, doubtless at the request of the authorities, shadow banned Professor Bhattacharya of Stanford for saying this out loud. They prevented his tweets from trending, and that meant that most users could not see his tweets, though they were factual. Twitter also shadow banned Fox's Dan Bongino. According to Weiss, Twitter at one point slapped Bongino with a search ban. That made it impossible for users of Twitter to find tweets by Dan Bongino. Because they were inaccurate? No. Because they were accurate. That was the crime. That's always the crime. They never punish you for lying. They only punish you for telling the truth. Twitter also flagged Charlie Kirk's account with a do not amplify
everything
tag.
is like negative. Everything's a lie. Everything's backward. Everything's perverse. And to watch things happen, like the Balenciaga thing, which I think is most likely, I'm going to be doing a reaction to that Tyson James, Everybody Balenciaga song video that he requested. Super cool. But yeah, it's like if we do nothing, or like I know some people burn some of their stuff, their Balenciaga stuff. But guys, did you know the same guy, Selma Hayek's husband, also has Gucci and another company? I can't think of it right now. Gucci and another big one. You see what I mean? Like, can you imagine if we treated everyone that was wearing that like PETA? Like if you wore like a mean coat and PETA like throw shit at you? I'm just saying, I'm not calling for violence. But can you imagine if the next time we see somebody with like a Gucci belt or something like that, walk up to them or Balenciaga and say, do you know that they support some pretty nefarious things towards children? They're into it. I mean, I guarantee people wouldn't be wearing it. Just like some people that are actually MAGA, which is nothing wrong with that because, take away the Trump and take away the hat, make America great again is what a patriot would want of any country, right? To make it better, to make it great again. Funny. It was great and then eroded? Okay. So my point is that there's so many people that want to wear that hat and don't because of the way they get treated. Guys, you remember the stories, right? Where people were wearing a mask or a hat or whatever, they would get kicked off of planes if it was for Trump, but not for Biden or whatever. I'm like, this
is the crime.
See, I can't just talk about the injustice. Like, I believe that it doesn't actually take a lot of people to do the right thing to make historic change, life-altering, futuristic change. Seriously. Because everybody can chicken out, but the one person that stands up, go ahead. Come towards them. Most people, they talk shit online because that's so easy, so hidden, so behind the scenes. Do it in my face. I invite you to. Please. And that's not, an act of aggressiveness or defiance. It's standing your ground. Not like these little punks that come around spitting on other people. Ah, go to hell. It's like, wait, I thought you were woke. You don't even believe in that shit, but I have to go to hell? Ridiculous. Anyway, I just cut myself off right there. Hope I didn't cut off on your end. But yeah, I'm sorry. I went on a tangent.
Never punish you for lying. They only punish you for telling the truth. Twitter also flagged Charlie Kirk's account with a do not amplify tag. Weiss reports that, quote, the group that decided whether to limit the reach of certain users was the Strategic Response Team, Global Escalation Team, or SRT-GET. The team often handled up to 200 separate cases a day. Another group within Twitter called Site Integrity Policy Escalation Support, notice the bureaucratic handles here, it's like the military, that group also handled shadow banning. And that group included Gade, as well as Twitter executives Yoel Roth and Parag Agarwal, who ran the company. None of this has been previously known. It was never disclosed to the public. Weiss's thread is ongoing. It's being updated as we speak, and of course, we'll bring you more information as we get it. Subscribe to...
He's part of the problem too, by the way, guys. So if I share stuff from Tucker Carlson, it's not because, I believe him, but he basically did the work for me. Gave great examples, and that's why I share it. So thank you, Tucker. But now what? It's like, again, if his friendship with Hunter Biden doesn't tell you everything. So I appreciate you spending the money and the work and having the team that I don't have to make that little clip possible. Because, guys, that little clip, that takes a lot of time and work. Okay? Money to pay people to do it as well. You know what I mean? So before I jump in the next one, well, you know what? Hold on. You know what? Let me, this Truth Social. Do you guys go on Truth Social? I'm not really there. I post some of my links to my videos just to make sure that I, post it most places. It's funny, if you noticed, I don't really post. I've posted maybe 1 or 2 times on like Instagram and Facebook about this channel. And I've said it from the beginning for those of you who are new to my channel that I specifically wanted this to be our community, not the superficiality of most of social media and having to post pictures and whatever. What am I doing? What am I not doing? So yeah. So what I'm saying is that I will, but I wanted to get us started. And then I'll start sharing it more on social media, like Instagram, Twitter. But we'll look at Twitter now because of the things that they're doing. Now I want to have more presence there, but they still are connected. Even YouTube. But that's the other reason for the locals. Because why are we giving them all our time and money? Anyway, All right. So what does he say on Truth Social, or what did he post this morning? Can you guys? Hope you guys can read this. It's not a big deal. Just little conversation here. So police state that was an hour ago. Donald Trump, 5 hours ago. What is going on with the FBI and Justice Department? ? Dude, don't act like that's the thing. Like, don't act like you didn't know, bro. They seem to be totally out of control! ! There is right now a weaponization, in quote, of justice, the likes of which our country has never seen before. Really? Or it's because of modern technology, social media, that it's pretty much inescapable one way or the other. Because this stuff was happening in the 70s. I see plenty of documentaries of all kinds of stuff. Hello, Nixon? Okay. All right. Just please, guys, if you didn't know already, get a refresher. There's plenty of shit that's been out there that I remember seeing in the 80s, 90s. And all of a sudden, it's like, again, misinformation squashed. Like movies, I think it's Out of Shadows or something like that. Something like that, I think. That's banned on YouTube and everywhere. Why? Why would you ban that? Why? I mean, the fact that they're being banned is telling you how fucked up this shit is. Don't tell me, Donald, that you don't know when you've actually, during your administration, you upped that number of, people being arrested for trafficking. So, see, this whole psyops and games that everybody plays. No. And again, of course, how am I not going to mention the swap of the basketball player in Russia for the merchant of death? I mean, I think Trump must have said something, and everybody, obviously it's horrible. It's, terrible, beyond embarrassment. Slap in the face. Like, it's over when nothing we care about matters. Did they really care so much about this basketball player? More than a Marine who served the country. Number one. But number two, how does it improve our world that the basketball player was released? And how are they benefiting from the merchant of death going back out there? There's no coincidence. Come on. This is not even a question. Not even a question of, oh my God, it's the stupidest administration ever. No, it's not. No, it's not. I get it. I've had friends that were sexually abused, and when they came out and told the whole family, no one wanted to hear it. And they were literally being raped by their own biological father for years. And they still are in therapy. And she's like 10 years older than me, and it's still, she needs therapy every day and goes to church and does everything possible. And she functions very well in her business life. In her personal life, forget about it. Ask any psychiatrist that deals with child abuse victims, especially girls. So again, let's play this game where they give us information and we all talk amongst ourselves just to have something to talk about. Let's not talk about things that are actually going to improve our life or help each other or make each other honestly happy. This is low-level shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Going back to his Truth Social post. The Twitter and Facebook scandal has already proven to be, with the possible exception of the spying on my campaign, their most sinister act in history. Even the rhinos and the weak are openly admitting that the 2020 election was rigged, but in a darker way than ever thought possible. So many lives destroyed. Now, that's some truth to that, Truth Social. So many lives destroyed. Let's not forget that we don't have a choice, because the elections don't mean shit. Tells you the delusion that going is going to do anything. Did you guys hear, I think it was Carrie Lake on Steven Crowder's show. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. And she had mentioned, the whole, stories of people waiting for hours, people that couldn't even vote that day, didn't get a chance to vote because of all the little mishaps. Little. They act like this should be front page news. Oh, come on. Everything, I know it's like they're leaking things though, but I would rather them take the lid off and let all those skeletons come out. Pop goes the weasel. Da, 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 da. You got to be a little cray-cray to get through this shit, guys. Being all together is not going to help us. Again, everyone's like, I'm right, you're right. Oh, no, say it this way, say it that way. The truth is the truth. And that's it. There's no other way to deliver it, okay? I know, we try our best to not hurt anybody's feelings, but it's the truth. And for those people that hate this country, I mean, I've worked with people like this. I've had them as clients. It's very difficult. But you know what? One thing I found that they all had in common? And don't even tell me it's a stereotype, because how can it be every single time that these people are more woke? They speak in the woke language. They dress in a certain way, act a certain way. They're miserable. They're miserable. So it's not that they're woke. It's not that they're left. It's misery. They hate themselves and they take it out any way they can. And if there's a group they can join to make their, so they can fester and grow and feel any kind of meaning in their life, they hook up with other miserable people. That's it. It's very simple. It's the oldest tale in history. It's nothing new. What's new is that we have social media. What's new is that we have the government in every way manipulating everything. Not everything. And when you think you're free, and you're not. And for those fighting socialism, aka communism, let's wipe out student debt. Okay. I don't blame them wanting to think that way, because look at how many times the rich, the corporations, get bailed by our government, which, of course, they've been sold, right? The corporations already bought them to make sure to save them, basically steal from us. It's very simple. I don't understand why people are complicating their life here. It's very simple. We see it over and over again, but we're just like, what? What? Take a pill. Which, in the past 20 years, the level of people medicated, most people are on some kind of medication. Mental medication on top of that. Xanax, whatever it is, Adderall. It's crazy. I mean, when I go to the doctor for my little annual checkup and they're like, you're not on nothing? I'm like, no. And I barely take aspirin. Or Tylenol. Because I'm actually allergic to ibuprofen, but I used to take ibuprofen. But that's another story. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to Donald. What else did he say? Disgraceful. Oh, let me see. He's going to talk about the swap. Under the presidential records and the very established Clinton Sox case, the raid of Mar-a-Lago by the FBI and the taking of documents and many other items was illegal. In caps, illegal. Everything should be returned at once! Exclamation. What do you guys think about this? I'm going to look at your chat. Look at this Twitter. Let's see. So Devin Nunes, isn't he I think the CEO or something of TruthSocial? Or part creator. Looks like Donald Trump doesn't need to bother posting anything new on hashtag Twitter or Titter. Did he say, is this a misspelling or is this a new thing? Titter. You guys see this? Since he already explained this years ago. At Dan Scavino, hashtag where's Dan Scavino and the popcorn. Donald Trump, Twitter is shadow banning like never before. Oh yeah, that's right. 12/30/2020. Exactly. A disgrace that our weak and ineffective political leadership But isn't this weird that he would talk like this being that he was a president? Like, meaning he's not in charge. And we're all like, oh, Allah, like our God, our Jesus Christ, our Savior. He's clearly doesn't have the power. You know what I mean? But you know what would happen? Because all the propaganda years ago, probably like our grandparents, maybe even of our own parents, right? Where Disney was making all these commercials of like, pay your taxes and, support the war and let's get rid of the Nazis, right? Propaganda for World War II. I mean, they were literally just like we're brainwashed, but like literally before it was just like, that was it. Like, right. There was only like one channel and everyone supported it. Just like when they wanted women to get back, to go to work because all the men were dying at war, the American men, they put all that propaganda, those little pictures where just do it or do it something, right? The girl with the little, scarf on her head, right? Sleeves rolled up. We're strong. Every time the government wants us to do something, they do something to get us to do it or to stop doing it. Everything. Everything. You think they gave us social media for free without knowing that nothing's for free? And really you thought that the commercials, the ads and stuff like that, don't you remember? They had a problem monetizing all these social platforms in the beginning. Losing money, Facebook, you name it, right? So, hey, what's one way to make the company grow? Sign up with the FBI and the CIA, the American government, which is not even run by Americans. Think about it. Think about it. Seriously. Okay. Okay. I want to see what you guys have to say before I go into the hashtag. I just don't want you guys to get ahead of me on this one, but hashtag, have you ever hashtagged on Twitter the Great Awakening? Let me know in the live chat. And if you're watching the replay, still let me know. And then, how about I wrap it up? I don't know. Should I do the Balenciaga song today or for Monday? How you guys feeling about that? What do you guys want me to talk about? What else? I did not expect to go off the way I went off. I just know I wanted to talk about, Cinema, who's now, I registered as an independent and now I'm going to be Republican. But why? Did you find a file of a bunch of your colleagues that did some really nefarious things to maybe children? Like, tell me why. Because you can't trust the elections? Okay. And what are you going to do about it? Oh, you're going to get out. You're going to change. I mean, what are you going to do? What's your plan? Give me the plan here. I don't need you to tell me, I'm going to switch parties. Jesus. I'm telling you, if I was running this company, like this government, this is exactly what I would do. I'd call her up like, yo. No, I wouldn't say yo, but I'd be like, so okay, so now what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for your country? What are you going to do for your country? You signed up for it? You're getting paid? The American people are working their ass off, being treated basically like slaves. Actually, it's a form of slavery. Don't even get me started. Jesus. I'm just looking at my list of what I'm going to talk about today. I don't know. Should I go further in with the whole Elon Twitter? Because in the whole Hunter Biden thing, right? Like, there's some stuff that people are like, oh, is this possible? What do you mean, is it possible? Like, could Hunter, be an inside man for the FBI? I'm telling you that the reality is more entertaining than fiction or anything Hollywood's pumping, which through that, they're also telling us what to believe in, desensitizing us, leaving their mark everywhere. It's just all the time. Ugh. And then there's this other woman that mentioned college professor loses her mind. I mean, that's one person's description, but this college professor and the racism coming out of her mouth, I don't know if I'll ever cover that. Maybe on Monday. I'm over it for today. As far as, sharing people's nonsense that isn't racism supposed to be illegal? Isn't that bad? How is this professor, a black woman, sitting there talking about how disgusting white people are and how, I mean, no, no, no. I'm actually going to contact her. I'm going to see if she'll be a guest. I'm serious. What's up, guys? What's up? Jeff Prater, welcome. Great to see you. Charlatans, Mindy Beth. Yes. Who's the charlatan? All of them. Hey, Single Ply Tech, how you doing? It's all a big club. Oh my God. Single Ply Tech, I almost played that skit from George Carlin in the beginning. And then I was like, will I get flagged though? You know what I mean? Like copyright shit. Usually if you only play a minute or two, but you just never know anymore, you know? They're never consistent. So yeah, first of all, I've known that skit for years. My father and I were both, my father before me, obviously, great fan. I mean, and then my dad and I had this thing about it. And like, I even bought him books that George Carlin wrote. Something about a pork chop was one of the books that I got my dad. And so it's huge. Like George Carlin, I mean, I have always used him as a reference conversation piece with my friends. My dad and I are always like, right. But that one, yep, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Yep. God, he's so good. We were so blessed with that guy. Genius. Real. Ballsy. Smart. Thank you for mentioning that. At the same time, now I'm pissed because I forgot. I was wondering. I wrote my notes down. I'm like, there was something I was going to start the video with today. And I'm like, what was it? I didn't look at my notes. I didn't write it down. And I'm like, I kept thinking for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I got to get ready. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I was late. Oh. What's for JJ? For JJ was doing it. What did I miss in this conversation? Oh, that was Portuguese, AC Nelson. I use the mahalo more as a hang loose. Got it. Thanks for answering that. Good one. That's for that emoji for you guys that are coming in later. Well, you guys are having fun. Looks like you guys are having fun in the live chat over there. Well, what was the funniest part? Because that's my point. I want to talk about real things, but, you know, I don't want to get you mad or depressed or angry. I mean, that's not the way I cope with it. I cope with it by talking the way I'm talking to you guys right now. Being able to call my mom and be like, and then we get all pumped up. Oh yeah, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see this article? I'm like, yeah, but that's it. That's it. Like, I can't just continue to be a spectator. Not giving. Welcome. What we got over here? Oh, Jim. I do like Jim Brewer. I think that's what you say. Oh, get Jim Brewer on. Yeah, he's on my list. I wrote him on my list to invite him as a guest. Or even Rob Schneider would be awesome. Yes, you know what? I mean, either way, you know, I always come back and like watch the replay, at least as much as I can. Schneider as a guest, yes. And I got good vibes with these people. Like I feel, you know what I mean? And it's not that I'm only going to interview people that I like and that I feel good, but I definitely want, I think I can offer them a different type of, you know, podcast interview. And that would be interesting what they would be like with me. Something very different. But I also want to get some of the degenerates on YouTube or whoever to talk to me. Because I think I don't think I know. And I know. It's a very bold statement what I'm about to say, but you will be surprised how many people that will disagree with me will actually agree with me. You feel me? You'll be surprised how many people I talk to and I meet that are the left or they're woke or whatever, extreme of anything, and it doesn't take that long actually to get them to kind of step back and realize that there's no division here. That's just to put it to you in a a general nutshell. So not I'm sorry, I didn't finish reading it. So Jim Brewer or even Rob Schneider would be awesome. They're both patriots. Yes, and I did know that. Thanks for saying that. And if anybody didn't know that, true that. I've been seeing some of the interviews. Amazing. I'm so proud of them, and such good people. And I'm so glad that they have a voice, and they're not pussies, they're not traitors, or just maybe they're not on the wrong side of history, but they could be quiet about it. So the fact that they're speaking, Frankie Blaze, welcome. Yeah, hola Olga, happy Friday. Mechanical arm, peace emoji, and the sunglass emoji. So, what'd you guys miss? What is the highlight for you today? What do you think the conversation... Now, seriously, what's do you think the most important thing today in the news today or this week? Let me know in the live chat. Let me know if you're watching this replay. But I've been asking, I just ask Anomaly too. I don't know if you guys follow Anomaly. You know, I've shared some of his stuff on my lives. And again, talking about a good heart, soul, mind, body, and spirit, and smart. And I mean, I think he's extremely special. The Anomaly name suits him perfectly. He interviewed a Jewish guy that, oh my God. I'm thinking I would have to do probably a good half hour of this, but it would be even better if I can get him to talk here with me, especially about that topic. I think he did a really good job, and I thought his guest was amazing. Did you guys see it? So Anomaly's channel, you know what? I'm going to show it to you in case you don't know. There was a part, matter of fact, I actually wrote down the minutes. Here we go. Check this out, guys. This is this. I see that. All right. Let's see. You should be able to hear it. Hold on. I had pushed the mute button. At 8 minutes, I believe, and 40 seconds. One moment, please. 1 moment. 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Gotta have fun. Okay. All right, guys, check this out. Love this guy's response. Some things are not that complicated and can be said in just a few words.
Tension that's obviously kind of growing.
For sure. I didn't disagree with anything that you just said. I definitely support and believe in freedom of speech. And I think that if people are against what others say, whether it's hate speech, then there should be a freedom of reaction to the freedom of speech. And we should condition society to understand what's right and what's wrong. The same way, if we go back 70, 80 years ago, women didn't have equal rights, Black people didn't have equal rights. And although I would still say that there is racism and sexism that exists in this world, there's hatred towards all populations. You can clearly see that the population has evolved. Our generation, millennials or Gen Z, know that being against Black people or against women is something wrong, right? That was not the norm 67 years ago. That was actually contrary to the norm. So populations can evolve not necessarily by silencing others, but by talking about it and explaining and showing why things are wrong. So I have a problem when someone calls something racist or anti-Semitic when they don't explain why it's racist and why it's anti-Semitic. You have every right to be able to call something out, but you have to back it up and explain it for the person in front of you to understand. Because at the end of the day, everyone is trying to be a good person, at least most people, right? And if someone is crossing the lines of saying something anti-Semitic, maybe they just didn't know. And if you want them to understand, it's not just by labeling them and pointing at them and making them feel bad or afraid by society. It's by explaining to them, this is why it's anti-Semitic. And then if they continue to do that, then it exposes who they are.
Let's start with comedy. I hear you. And
watch the whole thing, but did not say it. I mean, the guy says a lot that's really good. Knows his shit. Very well spoken. I definitely recommend you guys watch that episode at Anomaly. Oh, look, I forgot to like it. Well, here I am liking it live. What's up, baby? Yeah. So, and the Great Awakening, I was telling you guys. Check this out. I'm not going to get into it because I got to go. And I'm wondering if I have time to do a little reaction video. You guys in the mood for me to do a reaction video for Tyson James? Everybody Balenciaga song? Let me know in the live chat. And here's a Twitter. So I literally hashtag the Great Awakening, guys. Check this out. Now I'm gonna refresh it just in case something new came up. But I don't know why it says December 3rd. I guess is that it? Just want to make sure that we got. I just went to explore and then hashtag the Great Awakening. And so this is what's popped up. Rebel News Canada PM Trudeau reacts to Premier Danielle. Let's see. We're not going to get into arguing about something that is obviously is the Alberta government trying to push back at the federal government. I don't even see a hashtag on this specific post for it to come up. But look at that. Ooh, that was a pretty good one. I'm a student in the classroom of God. Boom. No religion. Throne Hamichi. So yeah, guys, check that out. I want to talk about this in the next live when you just go down the rabbit hole of hashtag the Great Awakening. See what you find. See what you think. Let me know. And either I'm doing a reaction right now for Tyson James, Everybody Balenciaga, or I'll do it first thing Monday. Maybe I could even do it coffee talk on Tuesday. Putting it out there. Did you guys see that I've been monetized? Did you see? So I'm just wondering if you guys have bought a super chat. I just want to make sure that I've seen it. Because usually when people get super chats, it shows up, right, in different colors depending on the amount of the super chat, donation, support. Thank you so much, guys. So before I go any further, I want to make sure I did not miss any super chats just in case the software I'm using just is not showing me what's going on. And if nobody's told you they love you today, I love you. And if you haven't already been having a great day, I'm sending you good vibes and prayers and intention with all my heart to have an amazing, awesome, super whimsical, magical, miraculous day, like crazy stuff that you're like, oh my God, somebody just gave me money for nothing. Or like, oh my God, this woman at the store just, bought me this or let me cut through the line or whatever it is. That doesn't sound miraculous, but seriously, keep a note of today and tell me that something crazy, spectacular happens to you today. If it does, please make a note. It will. It will. You trust me, somebody out there, I know for a fact. If you don't pay attention, you might miss it. And let me know by Monday in the next live. But let me see. I just want to make sure, like I was telling you guys, I want to make sure that I am seeing things correctly here. Okay. No. All right. I don't see anything. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I appreciate the first person to send me a super chat so I can see the color pop up. And I'll share it on the screen. And if you haven't done it, if you don't do it today, it's fine. Next time. But let me know if I don't see it, if I happen to not see it, may it be clear that maybe. Okay. All right. You get me. So what's up? So what do we do? I'm going to go. Either wrap it up with Everybody Balenciaga by Tyson James, or I'll dedicate more time on that song reaction next week. What'd you guys say? Did I miss you? You know what, True Dat? He said, tweet the stream out. Everybody should tweet the stream out. Let them know that Olga is here. Emoji with the hearts all coming around. Much love. It's because I did so much with my social media. It was all about the coaching and my events, and they were all intertwined. And I just don't want to be like, Olga's turned into this. It's like, it's not like I stopped doing my consulting. It's just that, those who are looking for me will find me. A lot of what I get is referrals, recommendations, and yeah. And I'm taking this where I'm negotiating right now to speak at other people's events instead of doing my own events and hosting for other people, other speakers and whatnot. So, yeah, because it's just like, it's nice to, although this is work, it's nice to, it feels more like I'm hanging out with my buddies. And I hope you feel that. And I hope that's exactly why you're here. Because somehow it's happening. Because it ain't easy. It ain't easy being green. And it's not easy to be live and talk to a camera. And the whole time I just always picture my friend sitting in front of me. That's how I do it, guys. And whenever you see me lose it it's because of that. Because of that. And in a way, I never want that to change because I always want to make sure that the truth and the pureness, the honesty is louder than a perfect performance seamlessly. You get me? It's like I prefer somebody with imperfections versus somebody who's like so perfect and never so together. It's like, how is that attractive? I really, seriously. For me, the crazier, the weirder, the more different, that's the shit that turns me on. And I mean that not in a sexual way, just love different, interesting people. The goody two-shoes never really did it for me. And I don't mean being good. See, being a goody two-shoes doesn't necessarily mean you're good. You get me? All right. So I haven't heard anything about this Tyson James, unless I missed it. Hey, AC Nelson, hashtag Pérez Patriots. Be sure to hit that like button. Thank you, AC Nelson. Was it hang low? Mahalo emoji. Bolt and prayer hands. Oh, I think the emoji says like hands together. All right, that's it. You guys did not mention, you don't want me to do a reaction. Is that it? I don't want to disappoint you. Oh, Mindy, Beth, you're going to make me cry. You know I'm sensitive. You're perfect just the way you are. ... Do you see? What are you doing? Thank you for the, what's the swish? Star emoji. Yoga, meditation, and then the swish star emoji. Oh, for you guys that are listening to the podcast, some things are just better enjoyed seen. All right, well, I'll definitely do Tyson's James because I told him I would next week. I'm going to go head over to Locals around 2 o'clock and share with you these little parts of this movie I was talking about earlier. And can't wait to get your input. But talking about it is empowering. We can't just look the other way or act like not talking or looking at it is going to make it go away. It's not. It's like a fungus. They grow in the dark, don't they? Moist, dark, dungeness. Hug back at you, Mindy. All right, guys. Until next time. Much love. Many blessings. And I'll talk to you soon.